All right, so at this point, you should have created this mouse entered method that makes my ball change color. And just to kind of show what's going on there, okay, if I click, I'm moving my ball. If I drag, I'm moving your ball. If the mouse exits, it's changing your ball. Mouse enters, it's changing my ball. So my ball is that one. Exit, enter, exit, enter, exit, enter. Okay, exit, enter, drag, click. All right, so we're starting to figure out that we can define variables inside of a class, and we can change those variables from a different class using methods. Methods like change color, move. Okay, move changes X and Y, change color changes hue. Let's see what else we might want to change about a ball. Okay, so maybe we want the size of balls to be different. All right, so let's go ahead over here and let's say in the ball class that we're going to create a private int called size. Okay, so for me, I want all of my balls to be circles. So I don't want to create width and height here. I just want to create size to mean width and height. And down here when we're drawing, we're saying we're going to fill an oval at this position with this width and with this height. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to replace this with size and replace that with size. So my width is whatever my size is, my height is whatever my size is, and then what I need to do is actually assign that a value like I'm doing here for x, y, and hue. All right, so we went x, y, size, hue here, so let's go x, y, size, and let's just say size is equal to 50 because before I changed this to size, it was 50 then. Okay, so what I've done right now is I've added a variable that I can change. Okay, I can change the size. I've set it so that when I construct a ball, it's set to 50, the size is. Okay, and then I've made it so that when I draw an oval or I fill an oval that is dependent on the size. Okay, so let's just go ahead and run BallWorld again. And because I didn't really change it from 50, these look the same as they looked before. Okay, if I go over here and I say now size is, let's say 100, when I run BallWorld again, now they're bigger. Okay, so that is how we would change that. Okay, so I'm just going to make this back to 50. All right, but then the other thing we can do is just like we did for move and just like we did for change color, we can add a method that allows us to change the size. So let's go ahead and put a grow method in there. We're going to go public void because we're just changing something about the object, and we're going to call it grow. And let's just say that when we grow a ball, we change the size, and we want to make the size 10 more than it was before. So take the old size, add 10 to it, take that value and assign it as its new size. Okay? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to BallWorld, okay? And in BallWorld, we're going to assign a mouse action that tells me to make the ball grow, okay? So we've already done all these other mouse methods: dragged, clicked, exited, entered. Let's go ahead and use mouse pressed, okay? So we're going to say public void mouse pressed, mouse event mouse, and when the mouse is pressed, we're going to make my ball grow. Okay, I'm going to repaint. So let's run that. Okay, so I mouse exited to get this over here, so that changed the color of your ball. If I click over here, okay, now when I press, it's making that thing grow. Okay, press, that grows. Press, grow, press, and it grows. Now when I'm releasing, it's registering it as a mouse click, and that's why it's moving my ball. Okay, so now what I would like you to do is two things. I want you to go to ball and write a shrink method. Okay, And shrink should make the size decrease by 10. And then what I want you to do is go over to BallWorld and make your ball shrink when the mouse is pressed. Okay? And then make a mouse released method that makes my ball shrink and your ball grow. So really, I guess, 3 things. Write a shrink method. Okay? Write a shrink method over in ball. Make it so that when the mouse is pressed, my ball grows and your ball shrinks. And make it so that when the mouse is released, it makes my ball shrink and your ball grow.